Good morning, everybody. Hello. It's Thursday, February 17th, 2022. I hope everybody's doing great. Thank you for being here. My name is Jennifer Cotton, and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Midlothian, Texas. And that means I teach people how to make greeting cards, scrapbook pages, gift packaging, and more with stamps, ink, paper, and lots of cool tools. I do this as a full-time job, and so watching this video is very helpful to me. So thank you for being here if you're watching live or on replay and on YouTube. Commenting on the video helps me, as well as, of course, sharing the video and subscribing to my channel and following me and all that stuff. So thank you for all of your support. Hello, I saw before I turned my camera on, Stella, good morning, Janet in North Carolina, Jean in North Dakota, and thanks for sharing, Jean. And then let me catch up here. Amanda, good morning. Hey, Jackie. Hey, Susan. Happy Thursday to you. Hey, Debbie and France and Joni, good morning. Hey, Susan, thanks for sharing. Linda, good morning. Hey, Rhonda, good to see you. Pat, good morning. Hello, everybody. Thank you guys for being here. So as you come on, say hi, ask a question, make a comment. Even if you say hi to someone else, all of that gets you entered to win the 3 cards I'm going to make today. Hey, Martha. Thanks for sharing, Janet. Oh, and if you share the video on YouTube or Facebook, comment that you shared like Pat just did, because that will tell me to enter you again in this drawing. Those platforms keep your stuff private as far as your sharing of the videos. I'm going to try to adjust this camera a little bit and see if that works. I need to do it when I'm not on live. But anyway, I'm going to be making 3 cards today with the In the Moment stamp set, which is super pretty. I was going to say cute, but it's really pretty. And I hope you're going to like the cards I'm going to make. You can have a chance to win all 3 of those cards by commenting on the video and sharing the video. You get an extra entry if you do both. But like I said, make sure you comment that you shared. And sharing is literally clicking that button on whichever platform and then posting it somewhere else, sending it to a friend, etc. Hey, Robin, good morning. Excuse me. I think I might have to get a sip of water. Linda in Mansfield, Sue in Green Bay, Wisconsin, Landa, good morning. Martha shared, thank you. Mary Ellen, I'm going to grab this water. Mary Ellen in Montana, I should say, and thanks for sharing. Martha says, great stamp set. This was one of the first stamp sets we got from the new catalog as demonstrators. I believe we could either purchase it or it came with our event that kicked off this catalog. But I'm just now getting around to using it, so. Okay, hopefully that water will help my little throat issue here. Okay, so I'm going to jump in and give you guys some updates and news about me. I do this as a full-time job. I've been a demonstrator, by the way, for 20 years. I joined to make a little extra money and be able to get out of the house. I did not intend on, I don't know what I intended, but I didn't think in 20 years I'll still be doing this as a full-time job and be a much better crafter and all that stuff. So anyway, 20 years. And for those of you who know my daughter, she'll be 21 next month. So that can make a lot of us feel very old. She was 8 months old when I joined Stampin' Up. Mary Ann says, stay warm today. Yes, it's going to be cold here today and then back to the 60s tomorrow. But thank you, Mary Ann. You stay warm as well. Wendy, hey, thanks for sharing. Mary Ellen, thanks for sharing. Now I got confused on who I said hi to. Good morning, Cindy. And Joni and Darcy. Good morning, everybody. Okay, so full-time job, that means I offer a lot of stuff. This month, I have 4 classes every single month that anyone can take in the US, and they're offered every month. But the ones for this month are this coming weekend, and they are all sold out except for card class, which has I believe I wrote it down, 3. Well, I didn't write it down, but I think it has 3 spots. And most people take this to go, all of these 4 classes, but you can take it in person as well. So if you want to take card class, we're using, I think we're making some really good cards. It's the Honeybee Home Bundle, and I put sneak peeks out there in my VIP group, so you can join that Facebook group if you like. There's a link in this video, and there will be one in the YouTube video. I mean, sorry. Yeah, Facebook's up here, YouTube's down below. Anyway, so I'm laughing at Martha's comment. But just so you know, every month I have a scrapbook class, card class, Stamp-a-Stack, and sampler class. Stamp-a-Stack and sampler are clubs you can join or just take the class. Again, they're sold out this month, but the March is coming, and the March class info will be coming by March 1st. So I'm always very busy, and so by the time, what am I trying to say? I will have it figured out by March 1st, if not sooner. Anyway, what Martha said was, it does make me feel old. Isabel would come into class and say goodnight to us. That is true. All through all the years. And Linda says, we are just the opposite, warm and windy, and tomorrow cold and snow. Oh my goodness, Linda. Hey Rhonda, good morning. Hey Linda, and thanks for sharing. Okay, so those are the monthly classes. Let me show this graphic real quick, just so you know, all of my monthly classes are, all of my classes I offer, period. Most are offered to go only, but some are in person, but it doesn't matter. All of them include, everything is cut, die cut, punched, embossed, possible. Thank you, Karen, Landa, and Shirley. The only thing you cut is designer paper if it's included with the fee, and possibly kit components. You also get a PDF tutorial, and you just stamp and assemble with your instructions. I already said the monthly classes are offered in person to go, or you can actually check out the supplies from me and stamp at home with your if you check out the supplies, you're stamping with my supplies at your house. Okay, so that's that. And then let me go ahead and talk about this Daffodil Daydream card class with games. I just sent an email for this morning, so you can join my email list. Links in the videos if you're not on that list. So you can register for this one. This is where we get on Zoom together on Thursday, March 10th at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. We make 4 cards with the Daffodil Daydream bundle, and they are not the cards from Stamp-a-Stack this month. They will be different. And you'll get to play bingo for a chance to win hundreds of dollars in door prizes. So register for that. It's now, the registration date is actually coming up. It's Thursday. It is February 27th is when you need to register. Okay, so that's about my events. Some more events coming up is March Retreat in a Box. Let me just point my camera down for a minute. Pick the right option there. And I'll show that other stuff later. Here's a sneak peek of the Retreat in a Box. Not only do you get $50 in merchandise, PDF tutorials, gifts, and a bag, but you get at least 10 make and takes. I believe it's 12 this time. I need to, I don't have my notes. Where are my notes about this event? I actually might have, I don't know where I put the paper. Oh wait, is it in here? Here it is. I think it's 12 make and takes. It's more than 10. So what you're seeing here is a sneak peek of the make and takes, which we're using the Flowering Fields Suite, which includes 2 bundles, and sorry, I'm looking at the camera because it looks like it's kind of messing up, but I can't fix it now. 4 regular cards, some note cards, a box, a sampler, scrapbook pages, like tons of projects there for your retreat in a box. So register. Remember, we're going to do all that die cutting and punching and embossing and all that. So that's that one. And then within the retreat in a box, you can also take 2 optional classes, or you can only take the 2 optional classes. So we have the Honeybee Home Stamp-A-Stack. You're going to make 12 gorgeous cards with this one. And we have the Ladybug, what is she called? Hello Ladybug class, where you're going to make 6 cards and 2 boxes. And so register for those. Come back up to my face. Now, so let me check these comments. Hey, Sarah. Hey, Veronica in Maine. Yes, Linda. I hope you guys are going to like these projects. And I like Jackie said shared because I want to win the cards. Love it. Okay, so retreat in a box. You can take the retreat in a box. You can add on either of the classes, or you can only take one class or only take both classes without the retreat. So options for you. You want to register for that by March 13th. And then those kits are going to be mailed out by April 1st at the latest. So any questions on any of this, of course, let me know. And move these. I can get those links for you or whatever you need. You can also, again, join my VIP Facebook group where I post all the links as well as, sneak peek pictures and all that stuff. And yeah, just let me know if you have any questions. I always send an email out recapping this video today. So that will go out. Here's my sheet about the retreat that I was looking for. That will go out today at 3 p.m. and it'll have links as well. Then if you want to attend retreats in person, I offer that as well here in Texas. It's in Temple, Texas, in a huge retreat center. You can come May 12th through 15th or August 11th through 14th. By the way, the March in person is full right now. Sandy is in Frozen, Wisconsin. Oh, it's going to be cold here today, but not too bad. And I'll be typing tutorials all day, so I'll be in the warm. I saw a sad face go by, but I don't know what that was for unless it was for the Frozen. Okay, so retreats in person in Texas, May 12th through 15th or August 11th through 14th. Anyone can attend. You get all the stuff our retreats to go get, but then you also get your table, you get to use our supplies, you get to get meals, you can pay extra and get a massage, you get the goodie bag, the gifts, etc. Of course, you get a bed to sleep in. So any questions on that, let me know. And then we have a Simply Spoiled Retreats Facebook group that you can join for more info and details about our retreats. So, okay, so someone said, what is my VIP Facebook group? So I call it VIP. I mainly just update you on my classes there and deadlines and things like that, and post the pictures from the Facebook Lives there. So anyone can join. There's no qualification to join. And so there is a link to it in this video. You can click it right now and join it. No obligation or, purchase required or anything like that. It's just what I call it. So hopefully that makes sense. I want to encourage you to come on the cruise in January 2023. I boxed up all of my retreat and cruise combined into one word projects, and they're not over here. I think it's because I'm going to take them to class Saturday. But the cruise, the crafting cruise, is January 2023 on Allure of the Seas out of Galveston, Texas. Anyone can go. We're going to go to Roatan, Honduras, Costa Maya, Mexico, and Cozumel, Mexico. But the most important part is we are going to craft all week. You can come in and out of the craft room, the crop room, where anytime you like. You can also participate in all of the ship's activities, of course, and you're gonna have fun. Just trust me. So I would recommend registering for that early so that you can pay it off all year. Get the great deals that are going on right now. Our travel agent's going to have the best deal, and our group rate is less expensive than specials going on with Royal Caribbean. And it's going to be limited space, so you want to register now. Okay, next up, paper pumpkin. This is a craft box you get in the mail. It's great for you, and it's great for your friends and family and nieces and nephews and children and grandkids and relatives who want to get into crafting, and relatives and friends who are maybe in assisted living and things like that. It's a craft box with everything you need in the box to create your projects. So this is the one from actually January. I don't have February yet, which I wouldn't normally, but I also had to put a new credit card on file and I messed up and didn't do it in time, so mine's going to be late. But the one from January, you always get your accessories, your instructions, your stamp set that no one can purchase anywhere else. It's exclusive to this box, an ink pad, and then all the supplies to make the projects. So the one you can sign up for now is the March one, and it is called Beyond the Horizon. And this one is a kit that coordinates with our, let me say it correctly, New Horizons suite in the January to June mini catalog. You can kind of see this. It's not necessarily a sneak peek, but this sort of vibe of the kit here. We have mountains and things like that. The description from Stampin Up says, well, it's going to make 9 cards, 3 designs, and the sentiments say things like thanks, hello, thinking of you, and many more. So that kit, you can sign up for it. It is a subscription you can subscribe to monthly, or you can just go to my website and purchase 1 month, 3 months, 6 or 12 months without the subscription. But the deadline is March 10th to do that, to either subscribe, link in the video, or purchase, link in the video. But there's a surprise in March. March is actually Paper Pumpkin's birthday. And in March, you get a bonus stamp set for free. So you get 2 stamp sets. Paper Pumpkin is $23.50 a month. It always includes 1 stamp set, plus all the projects, plus the adhesive, plus the instructions and all that. In March, you're going to get 2 stamp sets, a bonus one for free. Okay, any questions? Let me know. Lots of you, I'm actually going through my list today to text or email people. Lots of you are close to earning, oops, that's, my goodness. Let me click on 3 wrong things there. You're close to earning my Sale-a-bration celebration. This is a free event anyone in the U.S. can earn. It's offered in person and to go, and it is earned during Sale-a-bration, which is January and February 2022. The first way you can earn this free event, it's 1 or 2 or number 3. They're not combined, if that makes sense. So number 1 is to place $150 or more in orders during Sale-a-bration. Those are orders sent directly to me or placed directly on my website, and or at an event in person. So hopefully that makes sense. A lot of you, like I said, are close to 150 already. Many people have earned it, of course. But the ones who are close, I'm looking at the list today and reminding you, if you're not close, what most people did is place 1 order of $150. They got to receive host benefits, which is at least $15 in free merchandise from Stampin' Up. They earned Sale-a-bration for $150 worth of free stuff. And they earned this free event from me, which is, by the way, April 9th and it'll be mailed if you cannot attend in person, at least 4 projects, a gift from me, and games with a chance to win prizes. Okay, the second way is to host an online party and as long as it equals 150 or more, so you don't have to spend the 150, just gather your friends and let them order, and you get the host benefits and they get the fun. And then number 3 is take 5 qualifying classes. So all of these class deadlines have passed, so you need to add up what did you take from me. Stamp a Stack in January, February, Sampler, New Catalog Kickoff, Paper Share, and Get Ready for Spring Stamp Camp. Now, the most important part of this event that you can earn for free is you have to tell me you earned it. So I have a registration link. It's not a registration link. It is a tell me you earned it link. It's in all the emails. It's on my blog. It's on my VIP group. It's everywhere. You need to tell me you earned this event by clicking that link and saying how you earned it. So make sure you do that if you earned it. I'm pausing because it said live video interrupted on my iPad. Okay, so lots of you are close. If you have any questions, let me know. If you're not sure if you earned it, let me know. Okay, so Sale-a-bration, I just mentioned it. We only have very few days. Today's the 17th. It ends on the 28th. What is that? 10 or 11 days? 11 days to earn a free gift from Stampin' Up. No limit. Spend $50, choose a $50 level. Spend $100, choose 2 50s or one $100. Spend $150, choose anything you want. $100 and a 50, 3 50s, 3 of the same 50s. There's really no limitations during Sale-a-bration other than if we might run out of something. So last chance, 11 days to get these awesome free products. And then let me go ahead and put my camera down for this part. Okay, and then what I'm trying to say, there's 2 other specials going on with Sale-a-bration that you have until February 28th to earn. That is the host special, Calming Camellia stamp set, free when you order 300 or more or host a party where your friends and family order 300 or more and you get host benefits. Either way, you get host benefits if you order $300 or more. I don't think our host plan is in this book. But that is, you get a percentage back of what you ordered in free merchandise for what your friends ordered. So here's our host plan. Starting at $150, you get 10%. At $300, you get 12%, and it just keeps going up. At $450, you get a half price item. During Sale-a-bration, you always get those. During Sale-a-bration, at $300, you also get this gorgeous stamp set that will not be sold again. That'll be the only way to get it. Calming Camellia. And then, of course, we have our joining special. Anyone who wants to join my awesome team of Stampin' Up! Demonstrators. Let me fix this camera. I always have so much stuff piled down here for you guys when I start the video that I can't see these lines to make the camera straight. Anyway, it's only $99. You get to pick 125 in any product you want, plus 2 free stamp sets of your choice from this catalog, the mini, or the annual, and you of course can mix and match, one from here if you want. No host sets, no Sale-a-bration. It's just the ones we sell, of course, that are free. And I'm pausing because it looks like my video's lagging again. It's an incredible deal. And then there's no obligation. I sent out an email yesterday telling you all about my story, how I joined Stampin' Up, how I thought I might make about $100 a month, if that, extra, but my real goal was to just be able to get out of the house and meet new people. However, anyone who buys the kit does not have to do anything. You can just get this deal and be done, or you can get this deal and then make some purchases at a discount for any amount of time you want, and then see if you meet the quarterly minimums. If not, no problem. Or you can do a little more. And then we have team activities, team Facebook groups, team challenges, recognition. Stampin' Up! Has activities. We have a virtual event coming up that we can register for next week that happens in April, and you get to see the catalog first, the new annual catalog first, if you register for that event. So, hey, and it's like $35. You get to see the book early, you get 3 hours of content, you get to feel included and join this community. So, okay, I think y'all should join. It's truly no obligation, no brainer. Quick reminder about the Sale-a-bration items. I know I just said this, but they're awesome. So if you don't have anything yet, make sure you set your, budget and all that to get these. So Catching Butterflies, free with 50. Stamp set, Island Vibe stamp set, free with 50. Driving By stamp set, free with a $50 purchase. Awesome Otters, so cute, free with 50. And then there are 3 designer papers, free with a $50 purchase. Sunshine and Rainbows, Simply Marvelous, gorgeous. Oh my goodness, that gray one is my favorite. Anyway, it's just all marble paper. And then, of course, Daffodil Daydream, which I showed last week on Facebook Live. Those are free with 50. And then free with a $100 purchase, this large stamp set called Special Moments. 21 different greetings in there, photopolymer. Friendly Hello bundle, so you get the Friendly Hello stamp set, which is super gorgeous, and the pack of designer paper of 12 by 12, free with 100. And then this is just the Calming Camellia set, red rubber, distinctive, gorgeous. Okay, so reminder. What is next week? Today's the 17th. So next week will be the last video I do before this ends. Okay, so then this stuff here is stuff I just have to show and tell. So I'll show you that in a second. Let me check my notes. So talked about all the specials that are about to end. There's new product that's out right now. And I meant to check the website this morning on a couple of other things here, but anyway, I'll tell you what it said last night. Okay, so these are some cards I've received from friends and customers. So this is a Valentine card from Robin about being on the team. Thank you, Robin. Isn't it gorgeous? She, of course, I don't know if you can see it, but she's got her wink of Stella on there. That's her signature design thing, whatever you want to call it. I got this one in the mail from Oma. So if I can cover that up, see how she stamped the envelope. This is that cute Sale-a-bration set. Driving By, so cute. And she, just for a tip, she always puts her cards in a clear envelope and then in the white envelope to mail it. So thank you, Oma. But that protects the card as it goes through the mail in case they like rip through your envelope. And then this one is from Chad Williams. He's one of our district managers in our Stampin' Up in the area I live in, I should say. And this is about earning the incentive trip, which I earned last month, the Baltic cruise from Stampin' Up. So thank you, Chad. And thank you to all my customers and team for helping me earn that incentive trip. Very excited. Hope we get to go. And last but not least, on my show and tell, this is my team meeting sample swaps for the month of February. They're amazing, first of all. I will just say that. But when you're in the team, again, another reason to join, you have the option. We have over 200 team members. This is how many swaps. So obviously you don't have to do this. But you have the option of participating in the swap. You can mail them in. A couple of these were mailed or dropped off to me, and the rest attended in person. There's a prize for the winner, and everyone at the meeting gets to vote for their favorite one. And you get back one of each card. That's the best part about swapping. So this was actually our winner. Her name is Robin. Same one that gave me that other card. See that wink of Stella there? But isn't that a gorgeous card from Robin? And then at our team meetings, someone in the team does a stamping demonstration. Of course, I can't put that back in there. And so Yolanda did the stamping demonstration and made this her swap. So everybody get ready to get excited when you see this card. Oh. So of course she shared with our team the instructions on how to make this card. She did a video on it on the team, etc. So another reason to join. You get to see that video whether you attend the meeting or not. And she had modified this from a larger card instruction she found. So she did all that work for us. Okay, and then here's the rest of the swaps. They're, of course, gorgeous, cute, etc. And you get to get one of each when you participate in the swaps. Here's Calming Camellia with Wink of Stella. Gorgeous. Really pretty. And this one's so cool with that Simply Marvelous designer paper. She just cut it into strips and then matted it. Gorgeous. Okay. Last but not least, before we start stamping, just this new product that's available. And I want to catch up on comments in case there was a question or anything. Let me go back. Sarah, did I say hi? Good morning, Sarah. And Veronica. Sandy in Frozen, Wisconsin. Okay, I'm not sure how far I need to go back. Diane is still below 0 in Minnesota. Woo! Hey, Kathy, good to see you. Kathy will be on the cruise. Yay! We have a lot of people signed up for the cruise already, so that's why I'm saying, like, do it now. Register now. Check with our travel agent, but there are cancellation policies. You know, like you can cancel. Linda says, does your cruise always go to Cozumel? It seems like they do, Linda, but that's not our choice. We just have to find one within the date that has a ship, that has conference space available, that works for us. So, yes, the past several have gone to Cozumel, but I don't know. That's not on purpose. And I don't know if that's a Royal Caribbean thing or not. So, but we love Cozumel, by the way. That's a great beach day. Mr. Sancho's, all you can eat, get a beach, etc. But anyway, hey, Mary. Stella increased her order. Ooh, yes. Sarah, do you still have to be vaccinated to cruise? I don't know. Simply because now that my cruise is over, I'm not stressed about all that stuff. You did when we went, but our cruise is in a year. So I would keep watching the news for that if you are concerned about that, if that makes sense. Because there's still plenty of time to register for the cruise as long as space is available. So see if the restrictions change. Hopefully that makes sense. Hey, Margaret in Rhode Island. Thank you for sharing. Hey, Dorothy. Hey, Charlotte. Hey, Dana. Hey, Dana. Yes, Linda, great cards. Dana shared, thank you. Kathy shared. Hey, Pam, good morning. Thank you for sharing. We're going to be in the 70s in North Carolina, Janet. Very good for you. Simone in Luxembourg. No problem being late. Hey, Chris. Dorothy says all cruises go to Cozumel. Dorothy probably knows better than me. Okay, so here we go. Product, just to make sure everybody knows. I wrote myself a sticky note about back orders or product that went not orderable. Okay, so the Here Together stuff you can get still. You can, there's a piece of vellum. I don't know what that's for. You can get the Here Together bundle, which is the stamp set and Here For You dies. Now, anyone can purchase this. You can purchase them separately as well, but they are while supplies last. You can get the All Together 6x6 designer paper, that gorgeous black and white paper that has hands on some of it. Some of it's sign language hands, some of it's just hands. My friend Angel was telling me this one is gonna, you cut it in half and put it across the bottom of a scrapbook page, and it's gonna be great for, it's all the hands reaching in the air for, what's the word? Theater pages, if you have people into theater. But it's just gorgeous. It's while supplies last. And then the blends that go with that suite are not while supplies last. However, they're running low and a couple have run out. So we're waiting on the new shipment to come in. It's going to be around April. So 2 are not available, which is medium light and light combo. 3 were low inventory this morning. They are deep, and medium combo. So that means all of them are about to be not available because that's 5 and there's 5 here. I don't have them divided by their color families, whatever they call them. But anyway, the point is, so if you want deep, or medium combo, order that now. It's the same price. The bundle is not discounted, so don't stress on that. You can get 2 for $9, you know. And then they'll be back once the shipment comes in. Y'all know how it is right now with COVID. And these will be a permanent product that will be in our new catalog that comes out in May. So get them now if you want them now. You can still purchase the sets of 2 individually. Don't worry about the bundle being not available because it wasn't even discounted. It was just a easy ordering button. Okay, so because of that, they said they are going to extend the dates of this, which was supposed to be May 2nd. But there's still while supplies last, so I don't know how that's going to work, and the details haven't come out yet. So stay tuned on that one. Next up, Waves of the, what is it called? I typed it. Waves of the Ocean, yes. This is a suite called Waves of the Ocean. I showed this last week. So Waves of Inspiration bundle, stamp set and dies, sold separately or together. These 2, the bundle is going to be in our new catalog. So that's a permanent product. These other 3 are while supplies last. Rhinestone Basic Waves Jewels, gorgeous. The gorgeous Waves of the Ocean 12x12 designer paper, showed it last week. And then the also super gorgeous silver, it's called Blue Foils, but one of them is silver. Showed it last week. All of this is while supplies last. So all of it's on my online store, of course, or if you're a demonstrator or you get the starter kit. I'm sorry, this is not available yet. I'm lying. Only demonstrators can get this right now. Customers can get this starting next month, March 1st. But anyone who buys a starter kit can add this to their starter kit now or join and purchase it immediately. Sorry, getting myself confused. It is confusing when you always get to order early. And then I talked about this kit last week, and now I have it. It's the Celebrate Today magnet board. I do have a PSA. I don't know if I can turn this right to show it, but I tried to open mine super quickly by pulling on the side. This is like a pizza box, and I ripped it because you have to pull this part out first. So pull this part out first when you get yours. Let me turn it up on my table. Sorry, I can't put it in front of the camera because it's too tall. See, but okay, I lied. Pull that little thing out, then pull this out. So pull this little tab out first, or you might tear it like me. But it still is such a cute. I call it a pizza box. So cute. Has the Stampin' Up logo. Has these little dots on the side. So cute. And then inside is just this 12x12 magnetic frame, which you can also use as a whiteboard, and all the supplies to complete the magnetic board project. Which, of course, I've seen people already using these cards and stuff for other projects as well. So this is while supplies last in the online store, $25. Great deal. Open it properly. You'll have a cute pizza box left. And then my friend Robin also told me that the Love Santa kit came back. It's available right now. Love Santa was out during Christmas. It's those tags. I did a video on it, and it is what am I trying to say? I know it's not Christmas anymore, but if you loved that kit, I would grab it now because it sold out so fast during the holidays. Okay, so I'm going to make some cards for you today with the In the Moment stamp set. This also happens to be my online ordering special. So February 16 through 28. I'm pointing to the host code right here. If you place an online order of $25 or more with the host code. You have to use the host code if it's under 150. You're going to get a class packet to make 4 cards using the In the Moment stamp set. If your order is 50 or more, you will also get a free full roll of petal pink organdy ribbon. And if your order is 150 or more, that's when you don't use the host code. You still get the gifts from me, and you'll get host benefits from Stampin' Up. Of course, at 50, you get a Sale-a-bration item, and at 150, you get multiple Sale-a-bration items. So, any questions on this, let me know. It's in the emails, it's on the blog, etc. I'm going to make 3 of the 4 cards today, and let me read my notes. I think I said it all, though. So this is the class packet you'll receive minus 1 card. We package it like this. If you got the free ribbon, that goes in there. There was an ordering special 1 through 15, and if it was 50 or more, they got the champagne rhinestone jewels, which I've already ordered for them. Okay, and let me back up in time because I forgot to show these. I showed these last week, but these are some cards made with the All Together suite. So just to show you some ideas, this is the designer paper, of course, some of the different skin tones, and just using all of those products here on these 5 cards. These were my team meeting cards. And then there's just those skin tones again. Okay, obviously that's a popular product since it's selling out. Which I don't think they anticipated that. I'm looking at my note here about what is low inventory. Okay. Let me see if y'all have any questions while I get ready to stamp. Thanks for sharing, everybody. Julie, hey, Dorothy, thanks for sharing. Hey, Jewel, no problem. Just in time, right? Linda, no problem. Tammy, thanks for sharing. Hey, Nora, hey, and hello, Tammy, by the way. Okay, so nobody's saying the video's lagging and stuff, but it is on my iPad, so I don't know. Okay, so your packet will basically look something like this. Now, if you placed a $25 or more order, we'll cut the ribbon for you, for example. And if you didn't earn the champagne jewels, we'll put the ones you need in there. But I'm treating this packet as if I earned everything for free, which most of my customers do, actually. So, In the Moment is the stamp set. It's in our January to June mini catalog. And let's just jump in with this first card we're going to make. So, on this card, I'm going to use this lady who is sitting by the window holding a cup of coffee. She's sitting in a window seat and she's facing the window. And then I'm going to use this stamp, or the greeting that says, "You're in my thoughts." It's a small greeting that's long and skinny, all caps. And ink. I'm actually going to show 2 ways to color this. So I'm going to use Memento Black and StazOn. Getting camera here. As well as, so I'll use Gray Granite on the one for Stampin' Blends Memento. And then I'm going to use some other ink pads when I color with watercoloring. This is the only card I'm going to show both on, but I did want to do that just to give you an option. If you earn this kit and you don't have all the blends I use, you can always watercolor with your ink pads. Now, if you get this kit, the main ink pads you need are Gray Granite, Memento Black, Early Espresso, and Petal Pink, unless you're going to watercolor. So just heads up on that. Okay. And then I did forget to cut myself an extra piece of this white, though, so I'm going to do that real quick to do the watercoloring on. So I'll do that in a second. So the pieces we need for this card are a half sheet of Gray Granite cardstock. So it was 8.5 by 11, and we cut it in half. So that makes it 5.5 by 8.5, and we just fold it in half. This is the standard size card. Invitation size envelopes, which we carry, of course, in the clear and white and vanilla. And these are the ones oh, sorry, this is the size like all the other cards I've shown today. So just cut your 8.5 by 11.5. Anyone can craft. If I can do it, anyone can do it. Then the next layer is some gorgeous designer paper. It is called, I'm going to blank out on it, but I have it right here. It's in Bloom Where You're Planted. So this is in our annual catalog, and the two designs I'm using today are this brick wall, and then on another card, it's just gray granite brick wall, by the way. Super distressed bricks, kind of medium size. This other design that I'm using today is white with just a lot of gray granite distressed. It almost looks like concrete, but like a white concrete, maybe like a sidewalk. So I'm using those. Let me show you the back. The back of the concrete one is the one with all the vines coming from the bottom and the other bottom in greens. And then the brick wall, the back of that is just a bunch of almost tropical looking plants, just like on top of each other in lots of greens there. And then here's the other designs in Bloom Where You're Planted. So there's a brick wall, lots of plants, because there's a whole suite that goes along with this. There's some wood grain, pots, like flower pots, some gray granite with some greenery on it. That's great granite though, not green. Some plant images you can die cut out or just use as a background, and another wood grain image. So that's the paper I'm using. I have all my extra sheets of this pulled out for when we get ready to cut for this class, but I'm showing it now and I'll put it away now. So that is this brick design, 4 inches by 5 1/4. And then the next piece is this gorgeous vellum. It's called Layering Designs Vellum. This is in our mini catalog. And if you're like happen to be new to Stampin' Up, I know most are not, the mini catalog lasts 6 months, and we get one every 6 months, of course. So these are seasonal products that are only available for a short time. Some of them might be in the new catalog, but normally no papers carry over. So you can get these until the end of June or while supplies last. Anyway, but if you look at the online store, it's like it's all one big product line and catalog. So, but that's what I'm referring to when I say mini catalog versus annual. The annual catalog is good until the end of April. And then in May, we get our new catalog. Okay, so Layering Designs Vellum. This is in the suite, maybe I should show it, of, it's called Artfully Layered. And I'm going to go back here to my sort of index, page 34. It's a tropical suite. We used it, actually, let me go to page 33, in our cruise projects. It was perfect. So there's this tropical designer paper, pebble embellishments, ribbon, die stamps. But then there's this vellum layering designs, which is not particularly tropical, in my opinion. So it can go with lots of stuff. And by the way, there's a video that Sarah Douglas did. If you search Sarah Douglas Stampin' Up CEO, where she interviews the designer of that product line. It's really cool. Okay, so this design I'm using, it's like a bunch of really tiny script, sort of in little square sections that are like copied and pasted and turned different directions. So square, square, squares. I'm sure it says something. Someone's probably taken the time to read it. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't. So you get that same design in vellum. This is 12 by 12 with black print or white print. So there's the white one. Then there is a map of where, I don't know, in black and white. And then there's a more, like almost like a book or, I can't think of what, dictionary or something. Anyway, print in columns that are about 2 inches wide. And again, it probably says something, and you get that in black and white. So that's what this vellum layering designs is, and it's really cool. So I have a 2-inch strip of the one that has the script in the squares that are turned all different directions. 2-inch by 5 1/4 that we're going to put on the front of this. And it's just to give it a layer, to give it interest. Okay, then I have a piece of Pool Party that's going to go behind my white. So this, I believe, is 3 inches. Yep, 3 by 3, which means my white square is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. And I'm going to cut another one real quick as I knock everything off my table. Because I do want to show 2 different ways to color it. And again, the purpose of me showing the 2 different ways is in case you don't own one product, you can use the other. So in Memento Black ink, I'm going to stamp this lady. So she's sitting facing away from the window, holding a cup of coffee, got her feet propped up on the window seat. And then there's window panes behind her and a couple of pillows. And it's going to fit perfectly on this 2 3/4 inch square. So I can press hard on Memento. And I'm going to stamp her right. I have to move this down so I can see. Kind of in the middle of this white square in Memento Black. And that one I will color in with Stampin Blends. They're alcohol-based, so you want to use a water-based ink to color with alcohol-based markers. Yes, opposite. And then I'm going to clean this stamp off. I'll just use my chamois here. Clean it off. And I'll do stays on that one, but I'm going to wait until I color this so I don't get mixed up. Okay, so first of all, because the skin tones are like low inventory, I just used bronze and ivory, which are currently available. Bronze and ivory from the annual catalog for the skin tones on these cards. So her skin is going to be ivory. In this case, let me grab my glasses. I don't know why I feel like this is boring today. Like, are people going to stick with this? Don't worry, after I do all this explaining in this first one, I think it'll get a little better. Okay, so she has her arm and her feet. I'm just doing ivory, no blending. Alcohol markers are amazing because there's no streaking. It's just smooth. If it's not smooth, color on top of it until it's smooth. There's a little bit of her back showing there from her pants to her shirt, so don't forget to color that. And then her hair, I just made everybody blonde today. So I'm going to put a little, because she has more hair, dark So Saffron first, and then we'll go light. That just kind of gives her some highlights, right? I'm not like a professional colorer. And I'm going to go all over, including coloring over the dark part with this light one. And I could go back and do more, add more shading, more dark. I could lighten it up with the color lifter tool, all that stuff. But I'm just doing basic here. Then I have gray granite, dark and light. Our colors come in dark and light. You get 2 for 1 purchase. I'm going to use dark gray granite on her hair clip. And then the pillows are going to be gray granite. Remember, that's what color our card is. And so there's 2 pillows behind her legs, and I'm going to color these like lines where the pillow is kind of folded over on itself, and then a little bit below her leg in dark, and then the whole thing in light. And that's where I'll get the blending effect, the shadows, etc. And again, I could go back over this more, add more dark, pull light off, etc. But I don't normally do that. I just do the quick version, which is what I just did. You totally can do the other though and be much more detailed than me. Then I'm going to take dark petal pink for her shirt. There's lots of wrinkle lines in this shirt. So I'm coloring all of those with the dark petal pink and then go over the whole thing with light. You can also see that I'm using the bullet point. That's just what I like. There is a brush tip end. And you can use that as well. But I love how even with as little blending as I do, this looks so awesome, basically. Awesome, awesome. I forgot, I did make her cup gray granite as well, her coffee cup. A little dark there, and then some light gray granite. I was going to color the window panes, like the wood part, brown, but then I decided no, there is white wood. Most people have white wood, I think. So, and I didn't color her pants. They look great white, by the way. And I didn't color the window seat because it was like, I don't want to add like another layer of color. But I took Pool Party for the glass of the window. So I'm just going to be kind of messy about how to color, because these windows at the edges, they're not complete. They just sort of drift off. So that's how my coloring is going to be, basically. I'm not actually filling in every inch of it with blue, if that makes sense. Pool Party. Light Pool Party. Okay, so that's how I colored that one. Pretty quick and easy. Love Stampin' Blends so much. But maybe you're like, I don't own 500 Stampin' Blends. You can always do this with coloring. Use Stays-On instead, which is a waterproofing. Now, Stays-On doesn't play very well with photopolymer stamps, and this is a red rubber stamp, so it's better. Also, before I do that, I'm going to grab my thing, my cleaner here, and tell you a few things about Stays-On ink. Okay, so Stays-On will stain your stamps, but it does not damage them. So, if you use Stays-On and you don't clean your stamp right away, it might be stained black, but as long as you wipe it, breathe on it, test it on scratch paper, and it comes out clean, you can use yellow, any color you want on it. It's fine. It's a stain, not just ink left on there. B, this Stays-On cleaner is coming back in stock approximately March 14th. It could be sooner, but March 14th. And this will remove your stains. You just, literally, it's like a bingo dauber. And you rub it on there. You let it sit for about 5 minutes. And then I wipe it off with a baby wipe. This is what I do. And then if it needs it again, I do it again. Usually it doesn't. And then I just clean it like normal. So Stays-On cleaner. And then the last thing is, if you clean it right away, which is what I did yesterday when I made this sample, it comes off right away. So, press nice and firm on Stays-On. It has a smell that people like also. It smells like almond. And I'm going to use my old cleaner, which we still sell, the Stampin' Scrub. So I'm going to spray one side, scrub, 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 and scrub on the dry side. Anyway, it smells like almond flavoring or whatever that stuff's called when you're cooking. People like that. I'm not obsessed with that smell like some of my friends. Okay, and then this is waterproof, so you can now take your ink pads, and with these new ones, I take my elbow and press on the bottom because I'm not strong enough to use my hands. And that puts ink in the lid. Then you take a water painter, what's the word? I know what these are called, water painters, but I was going to say, a watercolor brush. Now, I would use the water painters, but if you don't have it, grab a paintbrush from around your house and a bowl of water. And with the water painters, you squeeze, it says push, and then when you let go, the water comes out. I'm using the medium one. There's also a huge large one and a small one. You get all three of these in one pack. And then I want to dilute this ink color. So right there in the lid. And then I'm going to color the pillow here with gray granite. Now this is Whisper or Basic White ink. So I did the dark there, and then I'm going to really water this down. Squeeze. So you cannot truly watercolor on this paper. You have to do what I'm doing, be as fast as you can and only one layer, and that's it. Otherwise you're going to break this paper down and it's going to look terrible. We do sell watercolor paper. I'm just not using it. I had a paper towel. Yes, here it is. So I'm going to now clean my, well, actually I want her hair bow to be gray granite, right? And I'm going to clean my brush. So that is how you would color her whole deal. I would grab, I'm not going to do the whole thing just to save y'all some time, but Pool Party for the windows. So Saffron for her hair. I'm looking at my sample to remember. I actually forgot to color the coffee cup in my watercolor sample that's finished. But what I want to show you is what I did on her skin tone, because we don't have bronze and ivory ink pads. So for her skin tone, I took Petal Pink, but her shirt is Petal Pink, right? So I didn't want her skin to be the same color as her shirt. I'm like, are y'all still here? Catherine just woke up. Haha, you're funny. Oh, I forgot. I did this different. Well, let me color her shirt first real quick, just so we can see what I'm going to do here. So I'm going to get a little darker for those lines, and then water this down. Petal Pink for the shirt. Watercoloring is really, if you're like me and not artistic, it's super fast and easy. I think that's her arm. Okay, so there's her Petal Pink shirt. Now I want her skin tone. I'm just trying to sort of recreate a pale, whatever skin tone. So I'm going to take a clear block. You can use anything plastic you have, even the top of your stamp case. It doesn't matter because this is water-based ink, so it'll rub off. And I'm going to tap some gray granite ink on one side and some Petal Pink on another side. And I'm going to mix those two together to get a skin tone. Oh, not gray granite. Ugh, no. See, it just wipes off. I don't know what color that would make. Crumb cake is what I meant to say. Crumb cake. Gray granite might not be a pretty skin tone. I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to mix Crumb Cake and Petal Pink. And then I tested it on a little scrap because you don't want to just go straight to the skin. So here we go. This was early espresso. What was this? I think this, I don't remember now. I think that was light early espresso, like watered down. And then this was my mix of the two. So it kind of makes, you know, like a Caucasian kind of skin tone. And that's what I did. Of course, I'm sure we have colorists out there who can mix even better. But hey, in a pinch, work with what you have. This is darker than, this is the watercolor one. It's darker than the ivory blend. The little knuckles are not colored. Okay, so hopefully that's helpful to you guys. You can watercolor it, use StazOn, any of your ink pads. You have a whole palette with your watercolor brush. Or you can use the Stampin Blends, which of course I love and they're my favorite. I'm just going to clean my brush off as always before putting it away. I'm squeezing and wiping on the paper towel. You do that between all of your colors as well. And then put that away. Okay, so hopefully that was helpful. I don't know. Thank you, Linda. And so I'll go with this one as my finished project today, the Aqua Painter one. I mean, the Stampin Blends. However, I do have a finished watercolor sample to show you as well. Okay, so to finish this card off, I have my greeting. So I didn't talk about this little label yet. This is a die, pre-die cut. Of course, we pre-die cut for you. This is the online ordering special. That die comes from this set of dies called Bouquet of Love Hybrid Embossing Folder. So when you purchase it, you get the embossing folder and the dies together for one price in the mini catalog. And you get all these dies, of course. Technically, I didn't do it on any of these cards, but technically you can die cut and emboss with this one image, this one heart die at the same time. It's pretty cool. So that's where I got this. Now I'm also using this heart on a card later, this large heart. And then the only other thing I'm using from this set is this label die, which there's a little tiny one, and then this more medium-sized one that'll fit our greeting. So that's where these came from. There is a bundle. There's a stamp set that matches this. It is all words. So this is one that can stand alone without that stamp set that coordinates with it. So Bouquet of Love hybrid embossing folder. And then the greeting is going to say, "You're in my thoughts," and that is gray granite. So the chrome cake was just for coloring. We're not using that ink on stamping today. You're in my thoughts. Again, it's a really small greeting, all, you know, straight across, and stamped it there in gray granite. The label is petal pink, by the way. Okay, so let's put this card together. So first I will attach the, looking for adhesive, the stamped and colored in white piece to the pool party. Then, you know, vellum, the adhesive can show through on the front of vellum. What I did on this card, first of all, I don't think it really shows through that bad on this vellum because of the print, but just in case, what I did is I kind of laid out my card and saw where this vellum is going to be covered up, and that's where I put my adhesive. So I'm just going to put adhesive on the part that's going to be under this pool party cardstock. And then I want this piece of vellum over to the right side, but not all the way to the right. So maybe a 1/4 inch on the right of the designer paper is exposed. Look, my vellum's not fully attached. It does not matter. I don't think people are going to be destroying your cards like that, so it's fine. And then now this designer paper will get attached to the card base, which is gray granite. And then I did attach the girl with the coffee flat. So just my Stampin' Seal adhesive, but very strong, but at an angle and toward the top. So tilted to the left a little bit, just to make it different. And then my greeting will go on Stampin' Dimensionals, which are right here. I'm using mini, of course, because they're my favorites. Mini Stampin' Dimensionals, either size will work. I just put 2 on there. And then that goes down here sort of to the bottom right. It's a little on the vellum, a little not on the vellum on the left side. And then to finish it off, champagne rhinestones. They go so well with petal pink, by the way. So I have an open pack here. I will just use my, actually I will put those there because I'm going to use them again. Take your pick tool. Uh-oh, it's not there. I have another one, don't worry, I have like 10 take your pick tools, but the one for the videos is not where it belongs. And I'll just use the pointy end because that's my favorite. I'll press on the rhinestone so it doesn't fly across the room, get up under it, and then I have it on my take your pick tool. I'm using the small ones and I'm just putting 1 on each side of the greeting. And that's the card. So that is your first card in the class packet you can receive free with your online order this month. Or comment on this video on YouTube and Facebook, and if you share the video, make sure you comment that you shared for a chance to win the cards I'm making today. Oh, this is actually, so these 2 are Stampin' Blends. This is the watercolor version. So it's very similar. Very similar. Honestly, I forgot to color the cup in that watercolor version there. But you can get a very similar look, and probably most of y'all are better at watercoloring than I am. So there's that as well. So that's the first card. And don't worry, I'm done demonstrating watercoloring. Thank you, Pat. Whew. Cindy says, back after interruption. Thank you, Pat. Good. Thank you, Rhonda. Uh-oh, what happened? Every time the video interrupts, it gets further behind. Video is behind. Is it, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, are the words matching up or not? I don't know. I don't know how to test it because obviously when I watch it on the thing, it's lagging anyway. So I'll just go on and move on to card number 2. So we have a crumb cake base. Crumb cake. Let's see if I can find my bone folder. Yes. And then I'm just going to fold that in half like normal on the table, align the 2 corners, rest it against my thumbnail, but use the bone folder to actually fold. I was reading Rhonda's comment. She likes the window in watercoloring, which is this one, better than blends. So very cool. Of course, that could just be because of me, how it turned out as well. My skills, you know. Okay, so crumb cake card base, fold in half, and then just we are going to use rhinestones and the ribbon on this card, but besides that, we just have a piece of petal pink that's 4 by 5 1/4, and we pre-embossed it. We will pre-emboss it with, let me grab it, the Pretty Flowers embossing folder. So this folder is in the annual catalog. Of course, it's in the online store, and it's just really pretty flowers. Very detailed, even though it's a normal quote unquote embossing folder. And then I have a piece of basic white that I pre-die cut with the largest Hippo and Friends dies label. So it's the one that's like a square, but it's not a square because it's got a little shape to it. And it's the largest one of those 3. Basic white. And then here's a piece of regular cardstock vellum. Let me measure it. Ruler. I think it's 1.5 by 2 inches. Okay, so for this card, the image is I think this is my favorite one from the set, although the one with the dog is really cute. But this is the lady facing, I think, the ocean, holding a glass of wine. Again, I think none of these have their face. That's probably on purpose. So you just see the back of her. She's wearing a dress. She's holding her hat so it doesn't blow away. She kind of has curly hair, kind of long. And then there's like a table in front of her, but it could also be a, what's that called? Where you, like a bear. I can't think of the word. The thing that blocks you from falling off into the water. That thing. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to stamp her in Memento Black. Right in the center of this guardrail, maybe. Right in the center of this white label. Oh my gosh, I just got a black smudge on it from my hand. I'll have to pretend that's not there. And if you win this card, I'll give you the other one. And then I'm just going to color her in with Stampin' Blends. So she's going to have bronze skin tone. It's just her arms. I really should put the readers on. I don't want to mess it up because I'm trying to rush and not see. It's just her arms that need coloring on this image. So I'm using the fine tip and bronze, like I said. How's the video doing? Oh, maybe we're caught up now. I feel like I'm gonna go out of the lines because I feel like I'm trying to rush for I don't know what reason. Okay. And then her hat will be, I just tried to use the same colors. So again, because this is a class kit, you don't have to purchase a bunch of stuff. So I use So Saffron for the hat. So dark on those lines, and then do the whole thing in light. So Saffron. And then the dress will be Petal Pink. So I'll take the dark first. This ivory, the lid kind of looks like Petal Pink. I'll take the dark first. This is a short sleeve dress with like a little cuff, and it has a belt. So I'm putting dark on those, as well as the lines where they have the fabric kind of folding over on itself, and then light on the whole thing. I did not color her hair because the way it stamps, it can be black, but if you want it to be red, I started to say vanilla, blonde, whatever other hair colors, you can color on top of it. But I just left it black, and I felt like if I colored it black, it would make those curls go away. So I left it black. And then I was like, what color wine does she want to drink? She's going to drink rosé. So I just used light Petal Pink for her wine. So that's all the coloring on this one. What kind of wine do y'all want in there? Of course, we have all the colors, like you could definitely do, or whatever drink. But anyway, and then on this piece of vellum, I'm going to stamp my greeting. I did pre-stamp one just so I would make sure it's dry. But I'm going to stamp it in early espresso ink. And it says, "You're always so good to others, period. Be good to yourself too, period." So I'm going to stamp that in early espresso on this vellum. And it just takes a couple of minutes to dry, but you definitely don't want to touch it right away. And you can heat set it on the low setting with your heat tool if you prefer. Or you can stamp it and set it aside like I did, and then do other stuff until it's time to use it. So that's what I did. But it will dry. It just won't dry immediately. Okay, so to finish this card off, the girl is going to be toward the top here, just centered but toward the top. And I want a piece of ribbon behind. So again, if you earn the free ribbon, that's with a $50 purchase right now with the host code 50 or more, you'll get a full roll, but otherwise we'll cut the ribbon for you all, ahead of time. Anyway, I'm positioning the ribbon now. So it's just going to go right across the center, left to right. This is a portrait shaped card behind this girl. I'm looking for the adhesive again. So I got the ribbon where I wanted it. I'm flipping my card stock over backwards and placing adhesive on the back and attaching that ribbon down. And then if it's a little crooked, which mine is, I'll just fix it because it's super easy to unstick the ribbon and stick it back down. Perfect. And then this greeting is going to go down in the bottom right. And the reason I used vellum wasn't like a big design thing, like I'm super fancy. The reason I used vellum is, to me, a big chunk of white on here would compete and interfere with this piece, but I did want a greeting and I didn't want to stamp on this embossed, so that's why I used vellum. So it's kind of, it definitely has the greeting on there, but what it's on is subtle and kind of hidden. So anyway, that's why I did that. And so I'm just going to use a couple of glue dots at the top two corners of the vellum. Again, adhesive can show through vellum. So I want to use as little as possible here. But, whew, my stomach just growled a lot. So just two. And then I'm putting this down in the bottom right-hand corner. Just a tiny little edge on the right and bottom sides. So you can see the little dot there a little bit. This left one's going to get hidden pretty much by my image and a bow I'm going to add. But that doesn't kill me that you can see it a little bit right there. Okay, so now dimensionals on the girl. These are my minis, and I think I have enough. I'm going to put 5 on here, and now I'll be using the edges after this. I just ran out on that sheet. But anyway, I placed 5 mini Stampin' Dimensionals because this piece is kind of large. Now, most of you might put more than that. And again, just kind of centering it on this ribbon here. Let me go ahead and attach this to my card base just because I want to. Make sure when you wrap the ribbon around the back of a card like I did, you add adhesive on top of the ribbon on the back side to make sure it really sticks down to your project. But we don't need a ton of adhesive besides that if you're using Stampin' Seal because it's really strong. Okay, and then I'm just going to tie a bow with my organdy ribbon. So I'm going to do a bunny ear bow, leave it on the roll if possible. 2 bunny ears, lots of space in between the 2 bunnies' ears. That gives you the space to work with. I'm holding 1 ear in each hand. All my fingers are pointing at me, so nothing's twisted and turned away. And then the right hand goes over the left. That same right one, you push that loop down into the rabbit hole and pull. And that is how you make a bunny ear bow. This is the Petal Pink Organdy ribbon. You get a free full roll of it, plus the class packet. And it's 1 class packet per customer per month, in case that's not clear. And there we go. Just trim my tail. But 0 waste on that one side where I cut the ribbon from. Still have this cardstock stuck to my finger. Okay, so I will use a mini glue dot to place this on, and then I'm just going to add some rhinestones, and this card will be all finished. I'm placing the bow on the bottom left of the image of the girl that we stamped on the white. And then rhinestones. I used 3 small on this card. They're the champagne rhinestones, in case you forgot. And I'm just sprinkling them around the white piece, not on the vellum, sprinkling it around the white on the Petal Pink cardstock. So top left, middle right, bottom left. And that's it. There we go. Hope you like it. Thank you, Sue. Thank you, Susan. Jackie says, this is me on the 2023 cruise. All right, Jackie, that's, I mean, I know you're going, yay. But also, I want us to recreate this picture. So you have to have rosé and a yellow hat, at least. But yes, picture yourself on a cruise, everybody, because this is it. Woohoo. Okay, so there's that one. And last but not least, remember you get 4 cards in the kit, but I'm making 3 today. As far as how the cards turned out, this was my favorite. We have a Petal Pink card base. So I'll go ahead and fold that real quick. By the way, don't forget after you make your cards to put them in the clear envelopes that you receive with your kit. That protects it until you're ready to use it. Technically, you can mail them like this. You put the address info inside the back or stick it to the back, postage stamp on the outside of the back, and it can go through the mail like that. Or you can put that inside a white envelope like Oma does. But at minimum, it can protect it while you're waiting to use the card. Okay, so bone folder. It's here somewhere. Possibly. Still looking. All right. I'm gonna do the trick my friend Tracy likes to use, which is use the clear block instead. A bone folder's got to be here. I just used it. Anyway, fold the Petal Pink card base in half. Then next is the concrete designer paper I described already in the beginning, 4 by 5 1/4. Then next is a 2 inches by 5 1/4 strip of gray granite cardstock. This has been embossed, if you can see it, with the time-worn type embossing folder. This is available for purchase, but I believe it's not in a catalog right now. It's in the online store. It came from our holiday catalog. It's called Time-Worn Type. So it's just almost like if paper got wet and it had some print on it, but then it got wet, so it's all bubbled up. It's really just a cool background, and it goes really well with this paper that looks like concrete. Okay, so we have that. Then I have a piece of petal pink. I believe it's 2 3/4. Nope. Yes, 2 3/4 by 2 3/4 petal pink. Then I die cut that white heart. It's basic white. The heart that I told you guys about earlier in the bouquet hybrid embossing folder stuff. And then, last but not least, a basic white label for our greeting. And this one is from, if you know me, you know it's from Potted Succulents Dies that has these 4 different awesome labels. This is the larger of the 2 rectangle ones for my greeting. Okay, let me go ahead and grab my gray granite and just throw this greeting on here to get that out of the way. This one says, sometimes the most productive thing you can do is relax. Who needs to follow that more often? Me. Raise your hand. So I'm going to stamp that right in the center in gray granite on the white label. And by the way, this is a portrait shaped card. And then this is the one that's going to get to use the little, it's a lady in bed, or I think she's in bed. She's got blankets and pillows all around her. She's reading a book. Again, you can't see her face. Her hair's in a bun, and she has a cute little dog beside her and a coffee cup. Everybody has a drink in this set. She's wearing like pajama bottoms and socks. Super cute. So for this one, I'm basically doing the spotlighting technique, which is where you spotlight a certain section of a stamped image. So I have pre-stamped this in case I mess it up on video, but I'm going to use Memento Black because I'm using Stampin Blends again. I grabbed some grid paper here. I'm going to stamp her in the center of the petal pink in Memento Black, and then again in the center of this heart in Memento Black. This is the one that if I'm off, I'll use my pre-stamped one. So I want to eventually put these 2 pieces back together. And that's going to work. I just want the heart to be centered when I realign the images. Yeah, that's going to be good enough. So you stamp it on each piece in the middle, Memento Black, or if you're going to watercolor, use the other. And then we just color her in real quick. This is one where every time I color images like this, I have to get the catalog out or go on Pinterest real quick. And I'm like, now which part is the blanket and which part is her clothes and what's, you know, etc. So if you need to do that, you can. I'm going to today use the sample I already made to know where all this stuff is. Okay, so again, I'm using the same colors of Stampin Blends. For this one, I'm going to make her hair bronze, which you could also use like so saffron, chocolate chip, black, etc. for hair colors from our regular blends, or purple, pink, etc. That's it. Ivory for her skin, so it's like you do see a tiny bit of her face, but not really, and an ear, and then just her fingers where she's holding the dog. Her socks are going to be So Saffron. They're very slouchy socks, so we've got the little wrinkles in them. I'm trying to look at my other sample. I'm not sure. I'm going to make this be the socks. I think every time you make a card like this with spotlighting, you get a different little section of the thing. The book is going to be gray granite, so I'll use dark on the spine and like the edge, and then down here where her knee is, I'll put a little shadow on the book, and then just color the whole rest with light gray granite. And then again, for the dog, I went on Pinterest to see, and there's many different ways people have colored this dog, but I used one inspiration from Pinterest on how to color the dog. And so I ended up just making him bronze so that the whole color tone matched. But I just colored, I left part of his ear white, like the inside part. And then he's got like these, I don't know what you call this, but these things drawn around his eyes. So those are bronze. You can color him any way you want. But so the nose is white basically, and like a stripe up the middle of his face. And then this, like his stomach basically is going to be white. So I'll do his, basically his back and the rest of his body bronze, but not that stomach area. And then let me look. I think, yeah, there's his back leg over here, and then his front leg right there. Hopefully that makes sense. But you could color the dog any colors and any way you want. Then, last but not least, is just the blankets and pillows. They're all going to be petal pink. So we'll go in dark where the creases and stuff, the little detail lines basically that Stampin' Up! Drew are. Not her pants though, don't get confused. Leave her pants white. Or at least that's what I did. And then, so that was the dark, and now I'm going to switch. I'm going to the light for the blanket and pillows. At first, I thought the pillows should be a different color, but then I was like, well, most people do match that, A, and B, even if not, she could match it. And C, I just now thought maybe they could be white, but it's too late now. But her pants are white, and part of the dog is white, so. Okay, there we go. It's kind of, for me, it's kind of challenging to color in images when part of it's cut off. I get confused kind of easily. Okay, so now we'll just use Stampin' Dimensionals on the back of the heart. Let me cut some of these since I have just the edges left of my mini dimensionals. I'm going to use 3 on the heart. It's like a triangle. And then you just want to align it. Don't forget to look at all the sections when you're aligning. To place that back on top. Isn't that cute? And then for this card, we are going to wrap ribbon all the way around. So I'm going to first attach my gray granite embossed piece. By the way, press with Stampin' Seal, press really lightly when you're applying adhesive to embossed cardstock. This piece of gray granite is going to go straight down the middle of the designer paper. Again, it's portrait, so right down the center. There might be a right side up. I think there is. to this embossing folder if you want to check that. Now I'm going to tie ribbon all the way around at the bottom and tie it in a bow. The Petal Pink Organdy ribbon, free with a $50 purchase using the host code, which is on the screen right now. Ooh, right there. Oh, and don't forget to join. Okay. So I'm going to use my reverse tweezers, available in my Amazon store on stamptherapist.com, to hold that ribbon. Now my hands are free. I can tie the bow or the knot. I'm going to flip the whole project upside down and tie a bow, just a regular bow, not bunny ears. And flipping it upside down makes the bow usually right side up on your project. I'm just adjusting the bow, of course. This is a really pretty ribbon. I tried to do something on a card, on one of these cards, and use, I forgot what pink it is now, but a dark pink. And I tried to color this ribbon pink. Like, it worked, but it did not look cute on them. Oh, I was trying to use Blushing Bride. And I was trying to make it match Blushing Bride, this ribbon, and it didn't. So, anyway, I said, I scratched that idea. Okay, so the girl is going to go toward the top in the center, but angled down to the left. But before I attach her, I want to make sure everything's going to fit where I want it. I want the greeting on the bottom right, right in the center of the ribbon. So if you need to adjust the ribbon, you can do all these adjustments before you start actually gluing things down. But I think we're good now, so I will attach the Petal Pink piece that has the girl and the dog flat at an angle, top center, and then my greeting bottom right with dimensionals. So I'll use 4 on this white label. We're almost done. And then that's it. Now I will attach this to my card base. See if y'all are saying anything. Oh, Marcia had to go for a test. Darn it. I need an update on your health situation, Marcia. And then, thank you, Dana. And then, Dana's one of our new silver demonstrators, by the way, in our team. For this one, I just added 1 small champagne rhinestone in the top right part of the heart, the white section. And I thought that's all it needed. So, there is that final card. Here's my original. So, if you want to win these 3 cards I just made today, comment on the video to be entered and share the video and comment that you shared. Both of excuse me. Both of those things will get you entered to win these 3 cards. I can't talk. But then if you would like to have the whole class packet to make them yourself, plus this card, a bonus one that you don't even have to color. Well, I did color her coffee cup. To get the class packet to make all 4, just make sure you place an online order with me by February 28th using this host code if it's under $150. If it's 50 or more, you also get the free roll of ribbon. And if it's 150 or more, don't use the host code. I give you both, and you get free stuff from Stampin' Up besides Sale-a-bration. So that is the free class for this month in February 2022. Janet, thank you. Mary Ann, same. These were my first time playing with it, but I have a few swaps that I'm going to show you. So other people, actually I lied. I did make that card. But in general, this was my first time really playing with this set, but it's very popular, as you know, Mary Ann. Oh, did I say chocolate chip? Janet? What is it? Early espresso? It's espresso. My gosh. Chocolate chip is a throwback. I meant to say early espresso. whenever I said chocolate chip earlier. I feel like I remember saying that. Thank you, Sarah. Thanks, Dana. And hello, Marcia, by the way. Hello to everybody I missed saying hello to. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Alma. Let's see. Thank you, Marcia. Thanks, Sherry. Thanks for sharing. Cindy, thank you. Yay, Dana. It's on your wish list. Thank you, Linda and Jean. Jackie says her favorite is number 2. That was because that's you, right, Jackie? But that was this one. Thank you guys. Thanks, Lorraine. Thank you, Cindy. Yes. Pat says love all the cards with this set. I agree. If you go look online, Pinterest, if you're a demonstrator, there's a demonstrator Facebook group you can access, etc. It's a really great set. So here's some samples I've received in swaps throughout, since this book came out. That's a fancy one. But using this stamp set, so of course you can get way more detailed in your coloring. This is the girl with the wine. She has a colored belt, colored hair, red wine, etc. So you can get way more detailed. I forgot I did make this card as a team swap for that event when Stampin' Up! Released the catalog. So you can see how I colored the girl with the dog there. My famous Z-fold cards, of course. Famous, infamous, I don't know. Anyway, I don't remember exactly where all of these samples came from. That's a cute one. So you can color the wood panes brown and color the window seat as well. And put her in that's almost like pajamas to me since the colors match there. This is the card that inspired this card. My friend Genevieve made this one. So, but with fresh freesia, super pretty. Here's another nice one where you don't have to color the images in, just stamp it in black or gray. And then I thought this was cool. They stamped the girl in the window seat on vellum and attached it to some fall designer paper with leaves on it. That's a pretty cool effect there. Okay, well, thank you guys very much. I appreciate you being here. If I missed a question, let me know. Janet says chocolate chip was her favorite Stampin' Up! Brown. Wish they would bring it back. Love the spotlighting effect. Thank you. Marcia, yes, kits will be ready by Saturday, but message me if you're going to come Saturday because I'll be gone to the in-person, so I'll need to put it out before I leave early in the morning, like 7 a.m. Glad you like the card, Marcia. Rhonda says really like the dog. Yes. Oh, thank you, Chris. Charlotte, the one on the right is your favorite. Well, thank y'all very much. I'm glad y'all like them. Any questions, let me know. I'm going to go ahead and finish the Facebook Live. You're welcome, Marcia. And I'll see y'all next week on Thursday.